Hello, here we are again with grammar. Question number 41. You remember question number 40 that was intended to test how we write in fact and notwithstanding? Do you remember that in fact is 2 words and notwithstanding is 1 word? Here is a similar question. Dash being very learned, Uncle Ernest is a staunch custodian of our tradition. In space, spite of his. In spite, 1 word, of him. In space, spite of him. Or in spite, 1 word, of his. Which of them is the correct phrasing of that expression with which pronoun to grammatically complete this sentence? All right, so the first acknowledgement is that in spite is not 1 word, but 2. In spite is written as 2 words, which means it is a phrase, not a single word. Therefore, we remove option D as well as option B. We are left with the 2 options that have separated in spite. So now the choice is between in spite of his and in spite of him. Which would you go for? As for me, in spite of his, not in spite of him. Why? Well, you know that this is an objective pronoun, so it is only normal to reason that yes, it is an object of the preposition of, correct? But in this context, we say, for example, I don't support your coming late every day. I don't support your coming late. It's better than saying, I don't support you coming late. So the emphasis is on your coming late. Here, the emphasis is on his being very learned. I like your telling me the truth. Is preferable, not preferable, but preferable to I like you telling me the truth. I like your telling me the truth. So in spite of his being, better than in spite of him being. However, if there is no option like A, then the closest to it would be C. Remember that the instruction is usually from the options lettered A to D below, choose the word or group of words which best, right? Which best complete the given sentence. So the best of them here is this. In fact, only 2. This is the better, and this is manageable in the absence of option A. Did you think in that direction? That is question number 41. Let's go to question number 42. So here comes question number 42. It appears very simple, but please be careful. It's technical, sort of. Farming is a major occupation in dash. In Bahmono space land, in the Bahmono land, 1 word, in Bahmono land, 1 word, or in the Bahmono space land. Which of them? Farming is a major occupation in dash. Okay, so the first thing we'll have to do is to eliminate the option with the definite article, right? The definite article, THE. We cannot say farming is a major occupation in the Bahmono land, but we can say in the Bahmono nation, in the Bahmono nation, or in the Bahmono kingdom, in the Egba nation, in the Egba kingdom, whichever one that applies. The THE would go with nation, with kingdom, but land, no. And that may already have given you a clue to the correct answer. By the way, well, did you go for this? If you did, I'm sorry. The answer is C, Bahmono land. Similarly, we write Egba land. That's how we write it. Ijeshaland. All right? Think of any other land. Even fatherland, take note please, is written this way. My fatherland, not father space land, and definitely not father's land. It's not father's land. Except you mean plot. This is my father's land means a plot of land, say for cultivation or for building. But when you mean my nation, it is fatherland. Nigeria, my fatherland. This one, not father's land. So Egbaland, Jeshaland, and so on. Bahmonoland, anyone that apply. Very simple, right? Just in case of next time. Bahmonoland, Egbaland, Jeshaland, fatherland, one word. No space between land and the nominal that makes up that expression. Question number 43. So here's a seemingly simple question on grammar, and yet it's very technical, especially if you have been going with a trend. We need a pack of dash pepper to prepare breakfast. A pack of dash pepper to prepare breakfast, by the way, breakfast. With a stress on the first syllable. And here we have first. Is it grinded pepper? Is it grinding pepper? Do we need grounded pepper or ground pepper? Which of them qualifies to qualify pepper? There is no tautology. Which of them is eligible? Remember, eligible, illegible is qualified to carry out that modification. It's an adjective, whether a verbal adjective or main adjective. Which one goes? Which one do I hear many people use every day? I hear this, grinded. Very often, I hear people say grinded pepper. Incidentally, this does not exist anywhere in English. There is no English word called grinded. Look it up in any dictionary, you're not going to find it there. Then too, sometimes I hear this, grounded. But grounded has a completely different meaning and contextual application entirely. In fact, there are different senses of grounded. A person may be grounded in something, which means he's established in that thing, he's well known, he's very good at that thing. To also get a business grounded may mean different things according to context. But it has nothing to do with crushing to powder. Crushing to powder. Grind, which means to crush to powder, has as its past ground and past participle ground. Present grind, past ground, past participle ground. The progressive aspect is grinding. So this can function as an adjective to qualify the noun pepper. And already we've discredited this because it has nothing to do with crushing to powder. So remember, the past tense of grind, which means to crush to powder, is ground, and so is the past participle. So here is a verbal adjective. It's an adjective because it modifies the noun pepper, but it's a verb because it comes from grind, which means to crush to powder. So our correct option is ground. Never follow people who say grinded or grinding or grounded pepper. Don't think twice. Once you see such a question, just go straight and pick up ground. Did you get it right? Any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I will attend to them. So that's question number 43. Now 44. So here's the climax of this episode with question number 44. In Gaza, every dash filled with corpses when the war of attrition was still raging on in Gaza, by the way? Was it every nook and cranny where every nook and cranny was, every nook and corner where, or every nook and corner was? To start with, after every comes a singular noun, noun phrase, and verb. After every, what comes is a singular noun, noun phrase, and a singular verb correspondingly. So here we have a singular noun phrase in each case, right? In each case, we have a singular noun phrase, nook and corner or nook and cranny, whichever one that is appropriate. And so which one is accompanied by a singular verb? We have B and D. So A and C should leave us alone. So the answer is either B or D. But what do we say? Do we say nook and corner or nook and cranny? We say nook and cranny. So the ultimate answer is B. We don't say nook and corner. We say nook and cranny as a collocation, if you like. But if we use all, then what we have is nooks and crannies. Either are or were or even have and so on. Plural verbs with all. However, with every, remember, a plural noun phrase, a singular noun phrase, a singular noun, and a singular verb. Did you get it right? Every nook and cranny was filled with courses. This is English with Mike, sponsored by Cheshire Internet Test and Training Center, Manchester, United Kingdom. Consult us if you can for online coaching in English, literature in English, and government at all levels. Also, like, subscribe to, share, and comment on this video. Until we meet again very soon, cheers.